Good evening, our viewers. Welcome again to our Health Matters segment here on SILOAM TV, where we speak about various health topics. Tonight, we are speaking about cancer, and that cancer is not a death sentence. We welcome you to listen to what we have to say about the disease so that you can be informed and so that you can have knowledge on how you can help other people that come around you, or people that you interact with, or patients that live with you. This is a topic that is relatively new to us as a community, as a country, but has really grown very fast in many ways. Now, I have a guest with me who's very interesting, one of our own. I'll invite her to greet you and tell you her name, and then we'll move on to the questions. Karibu sana Nana.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for hosting. Thank you, SILOAM TV. My name is Nana Kilemi. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I come from Tigania, specifically Kenjai, actually. I'm also a founder of an organization which helps extremely vulnerable cancer patients, Needy Cancer Health Initiative. We give these people, we make sure that they access treatment through paying their NHIF. We also give them food. Others are so poor, we buy for them beddings, mattresses, clothes, all these things. Yeah.
Welcome to our show, Nana.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to host you because you're one of us. I love it when we can speak to someone who comes from our county especially, and who has been through this disease because now she understands so much about it. You have heard that they have started an organization where they assist people who are also going through the disease. So Nana, I would like to ask you, what's your overview of cancer, and especially within our county of Meru? Because many people don't understand how huge it is for us.
Of course, cancer is really huge in Meru because we are now leading county with cancer cases. There's a lot of cancer in our community. Yes. And also the survival rate is really low. We are, I think, at maybe 1%.
We are losing many
people. Meaning that every 8 patients who are sick of cancer in Meru, or 10, 8 will die, or approximately 7. That is why people in Meru don't believe that cancer is curable. So it is a very sad affair, and unfortunately, if something is not done, that it goes on getting worse and worse. But I'm really praying that there's a lot of noise being made about Meru, and that the government is listening, and that they're going to do something.
They're going to do something. Well, I'm sure everyone, my viewers, are waiting to know more about you, Nana, that you're a cancer survivor. Can you bring us to speak to that story? How did you even get to know that you are unwell?
I had a lump. I felt a lump on my breast.
Yes.
I don't know, the normal woman checkup.
Yeah.
Of course, my body was not feeling so well. Yeah. And of course, my breast could feel that there's a problem. So I decided to go to hospital. And of course, the worst was confirmed. Wow. And you know, when I say a lump, kuna zile, maybe mtu ananyonyesha, matiti inakuwa na hizo. Sio hiyo, lump ya cancer ni ngumu, ni kama mawe. Literally, ama kajae. Ni kama matiti imewekwa jae. So it's very hard. Really? Alafu it is not painful, and it keeps on moving. So when I felt that thing on my breast, I was like, what could this be? And of course, my breast was not feeling so well. I had pain. It's like I had pus. What? It was aching. So when I went to hospital, of course, I had to do mammogram, which I encourage every woman to do mammogram. Yes. Mammogram is at least twice a year. And in public hospitals, I believe they don't charge more than 2,000. Because it is extremely important for women above 35 years to check your breast frequently. Yes. So when I went for mammogram, of course, even the lump was not one. There was, there were 3. And of course, my lymph nodes were attached. That is why I have the compressor on. And of course, after the biopsy, it showed that the lump was cancerous.
Wow. All now,
That is in August 2022. Yeah.
and that's when you started the
Yeah,
journey.
that is when my
of
journey
treatment.
started. The journey started. Of course, cancer diagnosis is not an easy diagnosis. So, well, the best thing is to accept, because that is where the healing starts. So I had to accept that I have a problem, and it is a huge problem. So I let people help me. I let my family help me. I let my friends help me. I let the doctors help me, and of course I let the larger community help me.
You.
Yeah, because it's not a easy journey. You can't walk it alone. Yeah, and then I started the treatment is the toughest. I did 8 sessions of chemotherapy for 9 months. I did 15 sessions of radiotherapy. Now I'm doing something. It's a longer treatment, not that I'm sick, but it is just to control the hormones, because I had a cancer which was hormone related. So I'm doing something called hormone therapy, but that's gonna take a long time, like 10 years. And of course I did breast reconstruction. Yeah, I wanted my breast back.
Oh, so they had to reconstruct it to just.
Yeah, they had to find a solution and reconstruct. Yeah, so I'm full again. So we the team of amazing doctors at Kenyatta University Referral Hospital.
Yes.
They did the construction this year in Feb.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Yes.
Let me ask you now, you as a parent, how did the first time after now you were diagnosed, did you feel so challenged as someone who needs maybe to, I need to go to work tomorrow, I need to live my life?
Yeah,
what
of course,
was the
I was really challenged, Sarah. I was extremely challenged. Actually, it's not for my siblings. I had given up and said I don't even want to go for that treatment. When do I even get the money? I'm a single parent.
Yes.
That time I was really struggling.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So I was really, really challenged.
Yes.
I was annoyed with God.
I know.
But later, I was like, where do I now go? It is
You ran to God either way.
So I was really challenged. I was extremely challenged. I'm telling you, cancer diagnosis is not easy, but I thank God for
Let me ask
the
you
support
now,
system.
From now diagnosis, when do you start in the treatment? Is it immediately?
Yes.
Or you wait?
Because now mine was at stage 3.
Huh?
I had to start immediately with the mastectomy.
Yes.
Removing of the breast and removing of the lymph nodes.
Yes.
So it had to start immediately. Yeah.
So straight away you went into surgery?
Straight away I went into surgery. After surgery, straight away after 4 weeks, I went into chemotherapy. Straight away after chemotherapy, I went to radiotherapy. Straight away after radiotherapy, I went to hormone therapy. Then now reconstruction. Yeah. It has to follow.
Some certain.
It's a procedure, because if you skip or you give it too much time in between, then it becomes very messy. Because cancer cells are very aggressive.
They grow very, very fast.
They move very quickly to other parts of the body. So you have to follow what the doctor is saying.
Yeah. Wow, that's a journey and a half.
It is, and very tough.
And very tough.
It's a very tough journey. It is so tough, actually. It is so tough. But my message to everybody out there is that cancer is not a death sentence.
Yes.
Again, the first thing you should do if you are diagnosed is to accept.
Yes.
Number 2 is to know that every day when you wake up, you are not a normal person. Like even me now, Sarah. Nana is not just like you.
Yeah.
I wake up every day knowing that I'm in a battlefield.
Yes.
If I joke, I'll be shot live. So you have to fight on. You have to take care of yourself. And number 3, also understand that God heals and heals completely. When He says that I'll heal, I heal.
Yeah, I heal.
So I cling to that. Even today, I cling to that. I know it will never come back. It was healed and healed completely.
Yes.
Yeah. But number 1, it starts with acceptance.
You accept it.
Yeah, you accept it, and that is why it is so easy for me. Like this thing, I wear it. with a lot
Why
of
do you wear
pressure.
that, by the way?
Because the lymph nodes were removed, so the system was a bit messed. So the fluids don't flow, so my hand keep on swelling. So this is it's called a compressor. It compresses so that the hand doesn't swell. So yeah, and also the hand is very heavy, and it feels very uncomfortable. So this one is like it soothes.
It helps, it soothes it. Okay, now let me ask you, what have you learned about cancer? Can you tell me more about this disease?
What I've learned is that cancer is not a death sentence.
Yes.
Of course, some die,
Yeah,
some
of course,
survive,
yes.
but also it is a game mind. It's a disease which really likes playing with your mind. Because it is all in the mind.
Yes,
So if you sit there and say, me, I'll heal, trust you me.
You will.
Most of the cancer patient, what happens because of the pain you go through, because the treatment is not easy, it is extremely painful. It is very devastating to say that it is a very hopeless situation. But you don't let it get into your mind. You fight on and say and believe that God is going to heal you. Follow doctor's instructions. Of course, eat well, because eating is also something. Yes. And just believe that this is a disease like any other. Yes, it might take some time to heal or to treat. But just assume that it is just a disease like any other. Yeah, it's no big deal, really.
You have to
Yes.
strengthen yourself.
Yes.
To take it in and to fight it.
Exactly.
You get into the battlefield and decide, this one I am winning.
Thank you.
Let me ask you now, your family, how did they come in for you?
Oh, I have amazing siblings, really amazing siblings. So when I got sick, they really came in quickly. And they were like, Nana, you know what? This is our burden, and we will take it. And for your information, they took it, for sure. Because I then moved to my sister's house for treatment. For 2 years, I was with my sister, with my kids, with my rats, with my cockroaches.
Your house moved to her house.
Everything. Then they really supported me, amazing friends. A very good support system. That is why for me to go out there and support other cancer patients, especially who are vulnerable, is extremely easy, because I tell people I'm a product of God's grace and a product of people's favor. Yeah, because I think I'm a person who has a lot of favor with good people out here. And I also, my siblings are also extremely solid. So that made it very easy. Yeah.
In fact, I've seen you in other TV stations, and you're such a vibrant person, and I was like, wow. I mean, she's different, she's so happy, and that time you had just finished your treatment, you were smaller then, and I was like, this girl, she's carrying this weight so nicely, so you can attribute that to your family being there.
Of course, I can attribute that, Sarah, to the support system.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that even today, I have an amazing support system.
Yes.
And of course, that in a speedisha, or it makes the healing process easy. It makes even my life as a person, as Nana, easy. Because there is nothing as good as waking up every morning and knowing that God is there for me. But at the same time, He has also put a support system which I can rely on every morning. Yeah. Yeah, because what happens, most of the cancer patients, especially in Meru, what I've realized this time, I've been around here helping these people, there's a lot of negligence. Family members wanaachilia watu wao sana, and it is not a good
Maybe
thing.
it's too much for them.
No, it is never too much, Sarah. Right now, I have a boy, a young man I live with. He had terrible skin cancer for 12 years. And he lives in my house. And I just came from a serious treatment. And it is not much. Because since the organization is also helping, so I also said, let me take this responsibility and help him.
Help some.
It is, let me tell you, Sarah. We are also feeling as a community. We are also feeling as a people. Because the kind of people that we deal with, if the society was extremely serious, we couldn't have such suffering.
Yes.
Trust you me.
But lately we see a generation of we are not very close anymore. That society.
No. We see a generation which is selfish. But people are very selfish. People are very self-centered.
Yes.
It is about me and me and me. I know them. I deal with them every day.
Yes.
It's me and me. People don't think about others. As long as me nimekula, nikashiba, nikona kwangu, you don't care. That is where the rain is beating us. Yes, that is where the problem. That is where the rain is beating us a lot. But you see, Christians are not also practicing what we are being taught about in the Bible. If today all Christians we start and ask ourselves, if I was Jesus, am I walking the same path he used to walk? You know, am I thinking about others? Yeah. Am I? Because if the church also rises, and as Christian, I am a Christian. If we really are true Sarah to ourselves and to the others, ishinda tutaiweza. Lakini so far tutanyeshewa. Sisi wote actually, na hakuna mtu atabaki. Sisi wote tutanyeshewa kidogo sana. So it is a communal problem. There's no way the government will come to our deep inside our villages. If you see that sick person, inaanza hapa community, we mobilize resources. Huyu mtu, and you cannot live. I'll show you pictures when we finish. Vindonda, people are dying in those villages, and that is why actually now we are going to run the charity run I was telling you about to construct a palliative care center, because these people. We cannot have people dying at home like dogs with rotting wounds, really. So we are also failing as a community, Sarah. Big time. I'm sorry. But that is a problem.
We don't care about each other anymore.
And it is sad. Why are we not caring about each other? What does the commandment say? Number 1 commandment, Sarah. You are Christian. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Yes.
That's true.
Yes. But are we doing that? We are not.
So in a way, cancer is a community disease.
This is a communal problem. It is a heavy burden which cannot be carried by one family. Person. People need to help each other, because also it doesn't have boundaries. Ati leo hiyo ni ugonjwa. Unajua mimi unanitanga hivi na Kilemi ati siku hizo anasemanga ati ni swafi wa kansa. It's okay. Kuswafi wa kansa. But see, you don't know who will be touched next. Because it has no boundary, it has no manners. It's a terrible disease. It's a terrible monster. So we need to rise up as a community. We stop letting ourselves down. We stop letting our people down. Let us help each other. By the time the government ikuje, it will put at least to corner steps we have made.
And then again, I'm sure, being a cancer survivor, you've seen how the disease now works on people. As a community, we must come up now with ways to be able to support other. Because Meru, yes, we have so many cancer cases, and unless we come up with our own solutions.
Exactly.
Seriously, the government also would come in.
Of course,
until we call the government community. Yeah, like now you're talking of a palliative center.
Exactly. Yeah.
What does a palliative center do? It's
a palliative center, like you see now the patient that has been in my house for 4 months, because how many can I put in my house? So women who are rotting, their breasts are rotting in the village. They don't need to do that. This palliative center, even if we know these people will die, then let them die a dignified. Wacha hiyo kidonda yosho, akuwe na painkillers, apatue chakula. You know what I mean? That is the work of palliative care center. But again, Sarah, this me, I call it a rescue center because I figure out, I as Nana Kilemi, as the founder of this organization, and of course the vision bearer, my interest would be more on on preventive measures rather than curative measures. Because then, Sarah, if we all wait and be sick, then what?
It's unbearable.
Why don't we, like now, Nindi Cancer Health Initiative, as a collaboration with some top-notch nutritionist from University of Nairobi. People who have done PhD in food biochemist nutrition. They understand food and the body. Well-baked, academicians.
Yes.
We are working with National Museum of Kenya, senior cancer research scientists. They have too much information on herbs, mitishamba.
Yes.
Like, now, that information, it needs to be triggered down to our people. Like, and Tubamero needs to know that that is medicine.
Yes.
If you take that every morning,
Yes.
you take that and right up. Wikidha, wikidha. Every morning put hiyo dhaa either kwa uji, ama unaweka kwa maji tu, kaka spoon kamoja, before you take anything else, unaikunywa, inaosha hiyo chafu yote ya mwili, because that is the strongest detoxifier in the world. People need to know, ndimu, is it lemon? When you put water in ndimu in your water, that water is no longer water. It is alkaline. It is medication. If you take, it also helps to cleanse your body. And now, cancer cells can never survive in an alkaline body. You understand?
Yes.
These things, the information is power.
And by the way, you don't know.
And if you don't know, you don't know. And if you have that center, Sarah, if I tell you guys, every 1 month I'll bring these people.
They will talk to
guys,
people.
come, let us learn. Wewe utakuja?
Nitakuja, why not?
Utakuja na watu wengine?
Yes.
Thank you. So it is more, if we focus more on preventive measures rather than curative measures. Let's not wait for
because even
people.
curative is expensive.
Yes, why are we waiting for people to be sick?
Yes.
Na watu wanaweza kunywa ndimu, dhafai, miti ya mapaipai, chukua, chemusha, hiyo maji kunywa ni dawa, maembe, chemusha, kunywa hiyo, matomoko. Actually, like now, tomoko, hiyo miti ya matomoko, you get the best chemotherapy drug from the world comes from otomoko tree. Yes. So people need to know this information, Sarah. So
What?
It is, when I tell people of Meru, come, as we are not just an organization looking into doing for you, angasijui ya mega medical camp, which is going to come and get checked. But then, mumechekiwa, and then you decide and then, guys, So, as INCHI, we call it Inchi Cancer Health Initiative, we are more focused on long-term impact, especially the social impact.
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah. Sarah, I don't want you to get here because for me, cancer took a part of my life, which is never ever replicable. And for a woman to lose her breast, you think this is fun, Sarah?
No.
I can't just carry that bag of mine. You see, I can't carry it with this bag. But yeah, because it doesn't do everything. I can't write for long. There are other things which I can't even talk on a national TV.
Yes.
It takes away a part of your life, which can never be replaced. So I launch our people. Anywhere you hear an Kilemi talking, wewe kuwa makini.
Yes.
Anytime I tell you guys, let us come out and come out in large numbers.
Yes.
Sawa? Yeah.
I want my viewer to understand. How expensive is it to treat this disease?
It is extremely expensive. It is very costly.
Yes.
I'm telling you that even now that I'm in total remission, I don't just eat things, especially eating habits. It becomes very costly.
No.
Me, I don't touch carbohydrates. I can't just go eating michere, anga marigo, anga anga chapati nini. I don't do those things. My diet is more on animal proteins. How many people can afford to eat meat every day? Chicken, meat, fish, boiled eggs, It is extremely expensive. And now that I'm doing hormone therapy, I take a jab every 3 months, and that Sidano is around 70,000.
How much?
Yeah, na dawa zile nakunywa sahi, that hormone therapy thing, it is extremely, I think sahi dawa kamoja hivi, I take every day, it's around 1150. You can imagine if I don't come from a privileged background, thanks God. Because sometimes my insurance doesn't pay, NHIF doesn't pay. So it is
know
my
that.
brothers who have to come in. So that is why when I make fun of my life, I'm like, Nyinyi, Nana, you are beautiful, but as you come here, know what you are putting yourself into. Sometimes I'm like, it is only my brothers who can bear this burden, because it is heavy, it is expensive. Like, you know, Sarah, it is an extremely expensive journey.
I can imagine.
And you know the problem is, yes, it is not tomorrow when it is ending.
Exactly.
Even if you go on the mission, you still have to continue with this and that. And
Take care of your body
yes,
carefully.
and
In a very
thank
careful
you.
way,
And very careful ways of living. You can't just be.
So my viewer, that's why I'm saying,
Yes.
when you hear Nana talk about the preventative or the instead
Preventive
of going to
measures.
the preventive measures is what we should capitalize on.
Exactly.
Because we are not sick and the community is not sick, and in our same community tumeona watu kidogo wenye wako na hii cancers. If we can be able to prevent more people from being sick, seriously, we will save a lot of money. Because I'm sure everyone has been in a mchango for so and so is going for treatment, so and so is going for treatment. So it is for us to also look at it. I mean, you know, what is it called in English again?
Stinging nettle.
A stinging nettle is in every family. There is no family where they don't have a fence with that. Imagine drinking that would save your nini. So I think as a community we need to come together and learn. You know, when we learn, we will know things like I had to talk of lemon. Lemon.
Ndimo.
Ndimo. You know, everyone. There's no family without lemon.
Exactly.
You know, such things.
Hata mwidhonesi iko free.
Iko.
Hata mimi sasa hivi vile sina kisu na nilikuwa nataka nafikiria naweza pitia hapo nikate.
Uchukue that.
You know.
You go and continue taking. You see, there are such simple things you hear when you hear about this disease. Why we are talking about it, it is because imagine one injection going for 70,000, and this is after treatment. I'm sure Nana, if you told us how much your surgery cost, it was quite expensive.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. So instead of us waiting for the community to go down, you're the same people making money for your family, working very hard to feed your family, to feed your children, to grow this nation. The best way is to keep a healthy population. How do we keep a healthy population? It's by listening to people who have learned, who have gone ahead of us. Like now, she's an ambassador for people who have had cancer. For people who've not had people get sick, we start eating better. We start consuming the right information so that it helps us. Or what do you think? Yeah?
Very, very true. Let us focus on preventive measures because prevention is better than cure. Yes. Na tujipende.
Yes.
Stop feeling like you are going to die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. Tika kura moroma idio. You know, Sarah Mwereyo, I tell people, Mwereyo, it's like a kivi. You know, kivi kira kanchenga, kana kia mutu kagambi. That kivi, when it gets tired, iyo mikanda yake inakatika. Yes, it is the same thing with our body. So owe ukire uresa unyucha, and by the hizo chai antoka miru. Hizo chai hakuna kitu inasaidia mwili. Chai helps mwili wako with zero. Really? Oh yes, Sarah. Oh yes. Let us go back to uchuruba okia, because uchuruba okia kwanza pamoja na ogembe, very good carcinogenic, very good for carcinogenic cells. And the meru watu wenda gwisi athena uchuruba okia. You know, you can't wake up in the morning, take tea, megate. Saa ine tabando unapatia mwili kitu, saa saba unaipatia tena, jioni tena, na thamosi eti umuka nyumba. Morome, let me tell you, that kithi no kakikanoa. You either like it or not, your body will get tired, and you'll be sick. And let me tell you, our people, the Africans, we don't need a lot of energy. We don't need a lot of food because we just have good weather.
Yes.
We live in the tropics. We are not like Muzungu who live in extreme weathers.
Yes.
If it is summer, winter, they have a lot of energy to fight that weather. That way, mbona hata kama ni baridi, si ile ati baridi naweza ua mtu. So hiyo mwili wacha kuoverfeed mwili, because diet is one of the risk factors.
Is it?
Oh yes. And you know what? Cancer cells feed on sugar. See, if your body doesn't have sugar, then why are you getting sick? And what is sugar? Sugar, of course. Ndawa sugar, atapa ingi na anaita unita arekele kuongela chai sukari. Uwe nene na morome. Iyo chai, ochana nayo. Focus on taking subu, usuru. Yeah? Number 2, hii manene ya kutora tumekula mikate.
Mikate, yes.
Wheat product. Hizo rices. Hizo mapasta. Pasta ile spaghetti, Indomie.
Indomie.
If you have to kula ugali ile imesiagwa. Na si mingi, don't overfeed your body. Nukuona, nsabe ruwa muruma tika uru ya nsabe kinini. Nyongochu nadhani. Hizo nsabe ni full of starch. Let me tell you, that ndio maana unaona most of the people are saying, oh, niko na allergy. Nyama ipati mtu allergy. No, hicho nchabe hizo na mingao na people kwa ile dhani. Those are the things which are giving you allergy.
Wait, we go for a break. No, you need to tell us. I think you're attacking everything I really love. And I my viewers, you can hear, you know, some of these things like me, you know, after this show, I am planning to have a cup of tea. You know, Oshoro, not much. So I think let's go to break, and after the break, I hope you're watching, and I'm sure you're enjoying. I know you have many questions. Send us the questions on the numbers on your screen. This is very interesting, and I can promise you we will have Nana again and again. Don't feel like, oh, that your questions will not be answered. But unless you ask, we cannot answer. Unless you tell me your feelings of the show, we cannot talk. Kindly, let's take a break for a few minutes. Please don't go away. We are coming back.